So for this, I used a video format. You can also use presentation if you want to, but for this, I'm going to use video. So the first thing we want to do is we want to grab something that's like a cutout, or you want to do a remove image or a magic grab of an image and like this. So what I did with the original one that you saw in the beginning was I took this and then I removed the background to this, and in my uploads I wound up with this, and that way I had and overlaid this one over top of this one. And that's how I did the one in the beginning, and that way you can have pictures go in between them like so. We'll just use this real quick for a little show, and I'll go into position real quick, and you see it's going behind. But for this tutorial, I am in the mood for candy. So what I want to use for this one is I am going to use this cool little gummy bear here. I'm going to go and edit this photo because I don't want him this color. Kind of looks like a Chardonnay. And I am going to make them, I'm going to go like pinky purple, you know me. So we'll do some pinky purple. Let's see. Ooh, pinky purple. There you go. That'll work. And then I think I want to add a shadow on the other side. So I'm going to take my shadows. I'm going to drop a shadow on the other side too, just to kind of make him almost glow. That looks good. And then I'm going to size him the way that I want. And there he is. And then you can put another photo in the background, whatever you want to do. If you're using just a cutout photo, you're the designers. You can make them so pretty. So I'm just going to use a gradient for this. I am going to go grab this one. I'm going to change the orientation to this. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of another color here. Let's grab and kind of see if we can grab a little purple out of here and see what goes on with that. Just to hit that up. Yeah, I like that. So now I got my bear. And then you can dress this up however you want to, your background. But we're just going to do what we got to do here. And next, what I want to do is go ahead and get my text. So I'm going to go grab a text box here. And I want to make it capital. I'm going to use the word candy. So I'm going to go a capital C. I want something chunky. So I'm going to do alpha slab. And then I am going to make it the size that I want. Like so. And what I'm going to do now is change it to white. Change all, that's the only one there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to duplicate these and spell the rest of my word. So I want A, duplicate, N, duplicate, D, duplicate, Y. And then here, go into effects. I want to put a shadow on all of these. So I want my shadow to be a black. I want to click out of here. I want it to the duration. Let's want it on that side or this side. Let's see. Let's try it on this side. You can do it on either side that you want to. It doesn't matter. And then I'm going to take the transparency up, direction, add some more blur to it, give it depth, and there we go. And then you're going to just put them, arrange them how you want to. And maybe I want to change this side. Let's try the other side. Let's highlight all these. Go back in effects, change the direction the other way. Let's do it that way. How about them apples? That's what my grandpa used to say all the time. Candy, candy. And then you just put them in any way that you want to. I'm going to group them. I'm going to put my candy over top of here. And then what I want to do now is I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to go back in effects. I am going to grab hollow. I'm going to make it really thin. And then I'm going to overlay it on top of my candy. And then what I'm going to do is go in a position and put my bear in between my candies. Let's grab these. I'm going to hit my control key. Let's make it maybe a little bit bigger. Candy. I'm going to bear down a little bit. And then I'll have my candy. Oh, I should have grabbed both of them. Let's backspace. Hit that control key. And then make it a little bit bigger. And there we go. Candy. I really want a gummy bear right now. Pineapple. Yes. Okay. Getting off track here. All right. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go over into elements, and I want to go down and grab a frame. Let's grab a frame. We'll go a square. And what you want to do is take that frame and make it the size of whatever your workspace is. You might want to make it just a teeny bit bigger. That's up to you. And then what I want to do is then I'm going to reduce it. That way I do that because I want the when I make it bigger, I want it the shape of what my background is. So say you were using something that's a square or a different dimension, it'll keep the dimension that you need to do to fill that up. That's the reason I do that. So what I want to do is I'm going to put this one here, and I am going to duplicate this and shrink the next one down some. Move it over. Duplicate it because I want that same size on the other side, like so. And then I am going to duplicate that one, and then I'm going to put one kind of like here. So it's going to go behind, it should go behind here. It's going to go behind your candy. And then I'm going to duplicate that and put that here. So what I like to do personally is I take the transparency. I do these at 75 and these at 50. But if you want to leave these at full transparency, that's up to you. That's a design choice. But I'm going to take these two and I'm going to take them down to 75 and enter. This one going to be 75 and enter. And then these two I usually do like 50, enter. 50, enter. Now I want to go into my positions tab. I'm going to take these four. I'm going to go highlight my first one, hit my shift key, highlight the last one. And what I want to do now is I want to put them all the way in the back. Now, your very first one that's at full transparency in the front, I want to put this over top of here. So when I bring it out, the candy will disappear. Now, the other thing you can do, let me go grab this. I'm going to go into my projects real quick. I am going to grab this, my text I use for everything, my faux text, and bring it over here. And I am going to delete that. And then you can set up your text. Oh, mercy, I grabbed that whole thing. I didn't know they moved like that all the way up here. So you can move them this way. Okay. So, and now what I'm going to do, besides playing with my boxes, is you can do your text. So if you want to just put them on each individual one as they go, that's up to you. Or if you want to have them like I did in the original one in the front shooting out, all I did was I picked out a space that I want it coming from, and I reduced it down like so, and then I took transparency down to 0 so it's hidden. So when I go and start to animate, I can zoom that out, zoom it and move it. Or you can just add text as you go and it'll do an animation on that page. It's up to you how you do your animation for your text. But I'm just going to leave that one there for now, and we'll do the other way. So now what I want to do is set up my pictures. So I already got some. We're going to go into elements here, and I'm going to go see all, and we're going to start loading up some candy. So I got that candy. I got some lollipops. I got some gummy bears. I got some candy hearts. And I got some of this lollipops, other kind of lollipops. All right, so now I have all my pictures set up. I have my text set up. Now what I want to do is I'm going to duplicate the page. So what you can do too on your first page, duplicate your page first, but go on your first page, go into position. If you want to, grab your frames. So I'm going to hold my control key down. I'm going to highlight all my candy frames like so. And then I'm going to turn the transparency down. So your first frame will be naked, and it'll just be this candy here. And then you'll go into, these will rise up. So what we want to do now is we want to start to move. We want to do our first movement of our carousel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the page. I'm going to come back up to my elements, and I'm going to move everybody over one. So I'm going to go see all, and then we're going to go. I don't know what those things are called. Do y'all? We're there. Go to lollipops. We're going to go to gummy bears. We're going to go to gummy bears, tub of lollipops, and candy hearts. So now there's my first one moved around. And then I'm going to duplicate the page. And then I want this one to come in as my whole one. So whatever your big one is going to come in as your whole one. So you're going to fill that whole page up. You're going to go into position. You're going to grab your text box. And then I messed up. I didn't get the transparency down on that bottom one. But you're going to take the transparency all the way up and bring it in like so. And then on the next one, we'll add one where we're just like popping it into the frame versus that. So say you have that and you want to move it, have it come floating over here, floating down here, just wherever you want to float it to, you can do that. So what you want to do once you have that, you're going to go to the frame before so it can move back. So I'm going to duplicate the one before. I'm going to go behind it. And that'll bring it back to its original space. Then I'm going to duplicate again. I'm going to go back over and grab my photos and move them around again. So we're going this direction. So I'm going to go candy, whatever these things are, lollipops, gummy bears, and what was that one? Oh, that one's. Wait a minute, did I put the right lollipop? See, sometimes I get, yeah, the big lollipops. The big parcel of the lollipops goes here. All right, so now that I've got that rotation, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to duplicate the page, and then I'm going to go and just go and fill that up again. And then if you want to, you can do something like, oh, they got some new ones in here. Ooh, I haven't been looking. Look. Oh, scary story. Woo, woo. All right, I'm going to just put the join now in there. Join now, and you can do like animate, and let's do a pop on enter. So you can do that. And if you need to, because that might be moving up at the time, what I might do is go in a position that's together and maybe set my timing a different, like a little bit smaller, like a little bit after the match and move has come in. So maybe halfway through. We'll see how that looks. It's live action here. All right, so now let's hide the timing. And then what I want to do is duplicate the page that was in front, come around to the back side. And we're going to just keep doing that. That one goes back in, duplicate the page, come back over to your elements, move everybody around. So that's going here. Hearts. Balls. Lollipops. And gummy bears. And then I got that moved. I'm going to duplicate the page. I'm going to make this big, like so. Maybe I'll go into position. Pretend that text is there. Turn the transparency up. Shift that to make it grow into the whole thing. And then I'll grab the one before it, move it around to the back. Oop. Duplicate it again. And then we're going to move our stuff around. So I'm going to go, and next is lollipops, gummy bears, the pail of lollipops. Oh, what was before the pail of lollipops? See, sometimes I forget. Oh, it's the candy hearts. The candy hearts. And the bowls. And there we go. And then what I'm going to do now is duplicate the page. And then we're just going to make this one bigger. And you're going to repeat that process all the way through. And for those who like to go slow with this, I will keep doing this. And for those who know what's going on, you can kind of start skipping over if you would like. And then we'll just do the text. What else we got? What else we got new, y'all? Tech glitch. Woo woo. All right, let's animate that. Let's put that down on the corner over here. Ooh, let's breathe on that one. Okay. And then, give me my line down here. Go to the one before, duplicate, send it to the back, and then duplicate again. Then we're going to just go and move them around. So we'll go here, here, girls, gummy bears, bucket, bucket, hearts. And then once we get it, we're going to duplicate the page, and we're going to make this one big. So and once, ooh, that one's kind of cool. Ooh, old, not old, vintage. Yeah. And then let's say you want to do some kind of effect on that. What effect we got going on here? Let's oh no, I don't want effect. I want to animate. Let's do vintage. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and then go to the back. Go to the one before, duplicate the page, send it to the back, and have we gone all the way around in a circle? We started with the, well, yes, we have. We've gone more than over the circle. Well, that's okay. That's fine. And then you can do any kind of trick you want to at the end if you want to kind of move them and groove them. You want to do something like duplicate the page. Say you want to do, now I'm live action, and so forgive me. I'm thinking outside the box and adding on to the design as we speak here. Do something like this. Oops, nope. Turn the transparency up. Turn the transparency up. Stack them or something. I don't know. You can do anything. You can do anything else. You could do something like that, or get rid of them altogether and go back to. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing around, y'all. If I got more ideas, come over to Facebook. We'll make up ideas. All right. So the next thing we want to do, once we got everything going around all the way through, what I want to do is go into here, add my transition. If you know what's going on, you've been around here, you know what it is. That should move all the way up between all pages, and then we're going to set our timing. So I'm going to go up here to my timing. I am going to try to get it down to 2 seconds. 2.5, nope. 1.5. Oh, let's do 1.5. Okay, and then I'm going to try to make them all look 1.5. It took 3 clicks to make them all 1.5. Now we're going to watch and see what we're getting. Hopefully, cross your fingers, we didn't mess up. So also what you want to do is the ones, because like if you're doing a presentation or anything like that, of course you're going to want your slides that are popped up to stay longer. So all you're going to do is click on those and just expand them. So like say you want them up there for 2 seconds, 6 seconds, whatever like that. We'll just do those, and you can see like those two right there when it comes up, and then it'll stay longer. So you just grab those ones where your photo is full on the page, and then keep those up and just adjust those slides to make them a longer slide. And that's how we do that one. And pretty cool, pretty cool. It's one of many carousels that I've done. So I do have a playlist of carousels of different kinds, mobile, this kind. So if you want to check them out, different styles. But I thank you for stopping by. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.